I remember the first time when I saw my mom. She looked at me and I said, "Mommy, do you know who I am?" And she said, "Well, you look familiar, but I can't call your name." Although she couldn't call my name, she always knew who I was. But my mother moved here about 5 years ago, where I've been providing care for her since she has the onset of Alzheimer's dementia. And as the disease progressed, I felt like I needed some medical assistance, some eyes to come into the home to help me with that process.
We are essentially the eyes and ears for the physicians. We enter the patient's home and provide nursing visits. Our main focus is to prevent unnecessary hospitalizations and improve quality of life.
So a patient has COPD, they have congestive heart failure, they have dementia. We know that these are chronic illnesses that we manage extremely well over time. But inevitably, even with the best management possible, they get to the point where they will use the hospital as a tool for their management. And by creating transitions, we brought caregivers to the patient's home and not the patient to caregivers.
We typically meet with a patient in their home. In the beginning of the program, we come quite often, about 3 to 5 times in the first 2 months, and that's where a bulk of the education is done. We get to know the families, we review the medication lists, any safety concerns. And then as somebody is more familiar and comfortable with our program, we do transition to monthly nursing visits. And when you're really stable, we do make contact monthly with a visit every other month.
Once a month, I get a visit from her nurse and her social worker. They do her blood pressure, her weight. They ask tons of questions just to make sure that Miss Lula is doing well. But the beauty of it is they get to know her. They get to know what normal looks like and can identify when there's a change. This journey is challenging, so having someone there to journey with you through this process is very helpful, because sometimes you might feel like, am I doing something wrong? And they're able to help you understand what's going on with your loved one.
My hopes for Miss Lula and her care journey are to help maximize her quality of life. I hope to be able to support her, her daughter, and her caregivers through the journey that dementia may bring them, and hopefully help create more lasting, meaningful memories for her and her family.